Hi everyone, this is the channel of 360 Knowledge Academy and Consulting, the channel in which we are going to explain and describe and talk about our services, our analysis, our studies, and the channel that will provide you a good perspective of our service portfolio in order to understand if we can cover your needs. We are confident that we can do that, but it's up to you to decide what kind of services and in which scope you want to apply in your organization and in your development. But I would like to start this video by describing why we have been founded and created. The main reason for our existence is to provide a service with underlying values. Values in which we believe are good for anyone in any place in any given moment. A motivation that transforms and drives us in a way to make the world sustainable in all levels and in all different dimensions of the human being. Our creation is based on our will, a will to provide a service to our communities, the organizations in our societies, and to the world as a whole. We aspire to do this because we have a motivation that is based on values, and these values and ethical principles are the basis of our vision and mission for our creation and deployment. That's why we believe that being ethical is not negotiable, that you have to be ethical driven in order to really provide a service that will have underlying values, and these values are gonna make the difference in our services because we consider you not as a organization, as a big entity, but we consider you as a group of persons that come together to provide a service, and this service is the name of the game. And providing this service with underlying principles is a key factor to be competitive in the future. We are not anymore in a society driven only by revenue and cost. We are already in a society in which we have a lot of information, we have the availability of education, but what is the name of the game nowadays is if we are ethical or not. That's why we want you and us to be more, to be, to aspire to be more, but not extrinsically, but intrinsically, that we transcend ourselves and our organizations to provide and to generate a synergetic symbiosis with our environments. You might ask, if you are sticking to your values, what are your values? Our values are based on the pillars of our civilization, on our Christian roots, on the Ten Commandments, because we stick to them because we believe if you want to build trust among stakeholders, you have to create an environment in which these values are defended and preserved. And that's why they are the underlying values of any interaction we have with our customers and any kind of stakeholder. This video is going to present why we were created. Secondly, our vision. Thirdly, our mission. In the fourth part of this video, we are going to present briefly our service portfolio. And finally, we are gonna end with a conclusion about our services. So let's start. Our vision is defined by a new organizational model, a paradigm change in which, based on the ethical principles, we want to renovate and transform our organizations and our society so that they are more sustainable than ever. In this sense, we see the transformation of our society to be more sustainable, but not only to be sustainable in the society or organizational level, in the macro level, but we see it also in the personal, in the micro level. So we think also that the vision is a sustainability at all different dimensions of the persons and in all different levels of our society. That's why we see a transformation in all organizations in the different sectors, considering ethical principles and the sustainability in the different dimensions and different levels. But the question remains how to reach this vision. And that's why we have defined our mission at 360 Knowledge Academy and Consulting in order to make a significant contribution in the transformation that we believe is good for our society, our organizations, and the persons within them. This mission is based on the application of our service portfolio, a service portfolio that we can divide in four different areas. The first is the consulting area. There, we apply the best available methods, systems, best practices, and standards. And we also develop new scientific based consulting solutions that we implement in our customers in order to provide a significant unique selling proposition to our customers. The second area is our educational and training programs. The third area is our research and development activities. And the fourth and final area is our edition activities in which we design and edit books and other types of publications. In short, our services are based on these four different areas: consulting, education, research and development, and edition services. All of them have a multisectorial scope, aiming at providing a service in any kind of activity and sector. That's why we think we can provide a significant contribution with our services over the whole life cycle of an organization, but even before, because one of our main goals is to promote the generation of new organizations. For that, we have a unique methodology. And for that purpose, one of our main goals is to provide a service to individual persons and small groups of individuals that want to generate a company and do not know how to do it because they lack the financing, they lack the knowledge, or they lack the education of whatever they need. But we want to provide an integral service so they can be focused on the service, the added value they know they can provide to the community, to the society. Because in many occasions they are not generating these companies. Why? Because they have to consult with so many different experts. But what we offer is an integral way in which they can, in all-in-one program, have a good service that would provide a 360 perspective on how to create a company from the beginning and up to the end of the organization. In our mission, we aim at providing a service to analyze, design, develop, and implement new strategies and solutions in your organizations. Doing that based on two aspects. First, on your needs and goals. We are oriented to cover all your needs and to help you achieve your goals. Moreover, we aim at providing our services based on our ethical principles that are always behind any service interaction we provide. For that reason, in our mission, we support organizations for their creation over the different phases of their life cycle, including also the restructuring programs, the redefinition of business models, the reformulation of strategies, and their implementation with our 360 services. And that's why we are coming to the fourth part of this video. That is to talk about our service portfolio briefly, because we are gonna talk about it more in detail in other videos. After this video, you may want to subscribe to get to know more details and novelties of our service portfolio. Our service portfolio is based in a unique generic methodology applicable to any kind of organization in any area of activity. This methodology has been developed by us to provide a service, an integral service that cover all your needs in the different phases. To develop this methodology, we are coming from a deep understanding of what a change process requires and what are the different phases you always have to go through in order to make a transformation, a change, a strategy to be successful in any kind of organization. This methodology is what we called our 360 cycle. A 360 cycle consisting of 6 different phases. 6 phases starting by the assessment and analysis of the organizational situation at a given moment. Why? Because you have to know what is the situation in this present moment, considering also the historical background of the organization to understand what is the current position internally and externally of an organization in order to can identify what are the needs you have as organization, as an individual, in any kind of business model, strategy, or project you want to implement. You have to start by knowing what are your capabilities, what you can do, what are your historical background, what are your present situation, and then is the moment where you can start by thinking what you can do to reach the horizon you want to reach. That's why we are coming to our second phase. This phase is what we call simulation and analytics. Why this is important? Because in our decision making, we have to think what kind of scenarios could arrive in the future. And to manage these scenarios, we have to perform simulations to apply analytics in order to understand what are the impacts, what are the consequences of a direction, of a measure, of a project in an scenario or in another scenario. That's why we apply the best available techniques, systems, and methodologies to understand what are your options, projects, measures, and what could be the impacts of those in different kind of scenarios. Decision making starts by comparing different types of alternatives. Simulations we perform already in our minds, but we can use today different new technologies and applications and programs. That's why we have a full range of options, from simpler simulation and analytics techniques, methods, and tools to more sophisticated ones. And we are coming based on this second phase, we can derive from this phase a proper strategy, an organizational strategy that is based on a proper diagnosis of your organizational status and background, and also on the simulation and analytics and the results in order to provide which are the most suitable measures and projects you have to tackle in order to reach your goals and horizon. This strategy is not a static strategy but a dynamic one in which you have a guide of decisions in different time horizons, from the strategic to the operational level, in order to fulfill your organizational purpose. This strategy into a project portfolio of projects and measures. And that's why we are coming to our fourth phase of the 360 cycle. That is our project management phase, in which we help you in transforming your formulated strategy into an implementation plan that is reliable and that can be managed, controlled, and monitored over the life cycle of the full range project portfolio you might have to implement your strategy. However, we know that with these phases it is not enough, because organizations are complex systems in which you have different groups, different persons, technical solutions and technologies. And that's why when you implement a new improvement, a new innovation, or you want to implement a new business model or strategy, you have to think if you have already all the capabilities you need in your organization in order to implement this improvement, this innovation, this business model, this strategy. And for that reason, we provide in our fifth step of the 360 cycle a range of organizational courses, from more functional programs to more systemic analytic programs, and also fundamentals or base programs. With these courses, we aim at providing the educational and training programs you need in order to implement your strategy that helps you achieve your goals and fulfill your purpose. Moreover, we also know that these implementations depend on many occasions on specific persons in the different levels of organizations. Could be top managers, but also employees in the operational levels, because both areas are needed in order to implement something in an organization. That's why for the specific key persons in the different levels, we provide personalized courses to support the organization by developing these key persons for this specific strategy, invention, improvement, so that they have the capabilities to develop themselves, but also to provide a service to the organization and therefore to the society as a whole. That's why this is our sixth step, personalized and coaching courses, in which we aim at developing specific programs for individual persons in organizations, but also outside of organizations, for instance, for individual persons that want to generate a new company. In addition, we provide complement services to our 360 cycle. This we do with our extended service portfolio. A standard service portfolio that could be integrated in the different phases of the 360 cycle or be applied and offered separately from the 360 cycle. In these services, among others, we can find services in the generation of new companies with specific programs, specific services to family business, and also the management and control of public-private partnerships and projects. We also offer a specific program for small and medium enterprises, and another kind of services that we offer in this extended service portfolio. If you want to know more about them, we invite you to subscribe to this channel and to follow us in order to get to know more in detail about them and also about our novelties and developments. Finally, our services are based on two main pillars. The first pillar are the pillar of standards, available techniques, methods, methodologies that are already in the market for a while. For these best practices, standards, methods, techniques, systems, tools, etc., we have a unique methodology to apply them in a customized way in your organization, and also by selecting them when they are appropriate, not by applying only, for instance, one tool when we know that this is not suitable. We have a methodology to select them in a proper way and also to implement them in a customized way that provide a significant competitive advantage to your organization. The second pillar is the research and development and innovation activities, the innovation pillar, in which we aim at developing new tools, new methodologies, new systems that are new in the market, and the novelty of these innovations provide a significant contribution to your sustainability and competitiveness. That's why we aim at developing by our own and also in cooperation with other organizations these innovations to have a full range of options. Therefore, we have a full range of opportunities to cover all your needs, from application in a customized way of existing standards, but also by developing and implementing new solutions, new innovations. And all that we apply with our unique research and development and innovation methodology in order to innovate and also help you develop your business model by being also an innovator in your sector, being a first mover, helping you to be more sustainable, more competitive, and cooperate to achieve this goal. So, if you want to get to know more about us, subscribe. If you want to understand the details of our services, get in contact with us or follow us in this YouTube channel. If you want to get in contact, simply write a mail. We invite you to engage in this community, to develop your organization, your services, and to provide a service to your community and the world, and helping it to be more sustainable over time. So stay tuned, and greetings from 360 Knowledge Academy and Consulting.